All right, hi everybody. So this video here, we're going to take a look at another example of common factoring. When I take a quick look at this, I see right away in this expression that there's a 1 plus 2x as a binomial factor in the first term and a 1 plus 2x as a binomial factor in the second term. So I know I am going to factor out a common 1 plus 2x raised to that. Now, here's the issue. What exponent am I going to use? Well, I've got a negative 3 halves and a negative 1 half here, but I'm going to use the smaller one. And like when we say smaller one, I mean really technically this is the smaller one here. So along the number line, which is the smaller value here? Which is the further one to the left? Negative 3 halves or negative 1 half? And the answer is negative 3 halves. That's the one that's further to the left. So that's the one that we're going to factor out. Now, when we pull that out of the first term, when we divide that out of the first term, we are simply going to be left with that negative x that's sitting there in front of that 1 plus 2x to the negative 3 halves. Now, what am I left with in that second term? Well, okay, let's take a quick look at this. I've got 1 plus 2x to the negative 1 half, and I'm factoring out, I'm going to divide out 1 plus 2x to the negative 3 halves. Now, when we do that, remember that when we divide powers, we're going to subtract exponents. So it's going to be negative 1 half minus negative 3 halves, and that is going to be the same as negative 1 half plus 3 halves. And so negative 1 plus 3 is going to be 2. So this will be 2 over 2 or just 1. So I'm going to be left with that negative x plus 1 plus 2x. Okay. And now my next step here is going to simply be, whoops, sorry, I miswrote that. Wanted to write a 2 on the top there. It's going to be negative 3 halves. And then I've got negative x plus 1 plus 2x. So that's just going to become x plus 1 when I drop those parentheses and combine like terms. And so there we go. That's the expression that we're looking for. Now, you might be expected to go a little bit further and write this with positive exponents, in which case you would bring that down to the denominator and write that to the positive 3 halves. It really depends on your teacher.